A serial killer responsible for 20 deaths walked free today. Released on a plea of diminished responsibility, he stepped into the world again while crowds screamed for justice. Families cried, begging for their loved ones back. And at the center of their rage stood the man who made it possible, lawyer Bayan Hogel. With the firm's chairman unwell, Bayan faced the furious press alone. Reporters hurled questions like stones. "Why defend that monster? What were you thinking?" An egg splattered against his head as someone shouted, "Devil! Devil who saves devils!" Bayan only adjusted his glasses and replied calmly, "A lawyer cannot create victims that don't exist." But the truth revealed itself behind closed doors. The freed serial killer laughed with Bayan like an old friend. "A few fake tears and they all bought it," he said. Bayan smiled politely. "The chairman is as big-hearted as his belly." "How'd you block all the evidence?" the killer asked. "There wasn't any," Bayan answered. "So I said there wasn't any." The killer burst into loud, mocking laughter. "Work for me full time." Bayan bowed slightly. "Would I dare refuse?" Later that night, the chairman celebrated in a luxury hotel suite, surrounded by women. But as the curtains swayed, the window slid open, 34 floors above ground. Bayan stepped inside as if strolling in from a hallway. "Good evening, Chairman," he said. "I told you I'd visit soon." The chairman panicked and grabbed a blade. A ninth Dan swordsman, a former gangster, yet Bayan showed no fear. "What are you planning?" the chairman demanded. "In some circles," Bayan replied, "third rate handles blades. Second rate handles all weapons. First rate uses the world as a weapon." "Fine," the chairman growled. "Let's see what you are." "I'm third rate," Bayan said, and pulled out a shotgun. "That's cheating." "I'm a lawyer," Bayan answered, "and a killer." Something like that. His double life had begun years earlier. In his youth, he worked for the Glory Club, a charity on paper, an assassination service in reality. He was only a C-grade killer, constantly hunted, never good enough to rise. Close to death one day, he realized he would die before ever improving. Then he heard it. "You, the one who already thinks he'll fail, become a lawyer." A simple ad that changed everything. He discovered he was a natural genius at studying. No blood, no struggle, only clean success. He opened a law office with his saved money, but 5 months passed without a single client. Debt rose, hope fell, until a gangster named Joe Duchon walked in, a criminal with 18 charges, someone no lawyer wanted. During their conversation, Bayan's old killer instinct resurfaced, but he hid it behind timid manners. The case was impossible, and the only chance was convincing the victim's family to settle. When Bayan visited the victim's son, Jiu, the boy refused the money. And before Bayan could leave, 2 loan sharks burst in, looking for Jiu's funds. The scene reminded Bayan too much of his own past. He tried to walk away, but the scream from inside the house stopped him. Bayan crashed back in through the window, fighting the attackers with precise brutality while calmly reciting their legal penalties. He dismantled them like both a lawyer and a trained assassin. After beating the thugs unconscious, he handed Jiu the settlement form. "Give your father a proper farewell," he said. But Jiu stopped him. "You're not really just a lawyer, are you?" Bayan froze. Jiu stepped closer. "Kill the man who murdered my father." A killer lawyer.